Hello guys, this is Admin Reviews with another video. This time a little bit different. This is gonna be a little bit off script. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my thoughts and about what I played and what I think about this InZOI demo. I'm a really big Sims fan. I've been playing The Sims throughout my whole life since I've been a child until now, and it's a franchise that I really love. So as soon as I saw that they released a demo, I just jumped and I had to try it, and so that's why I'm making a little video so I can share my little thoughts about it and comment a little bit with you guys about what I think about this demo. So right off the bat, the InZOIs look really good, like crazy good. I haven't seen like something like this for a long time, that it just shook me, like the amount of graphical fidelity. Like I was like blown away, and I really appreciate the amount of creative freedom that they give you, like right off the gate. Like you can make pieces of clothing and save them to the game directly. Like they have a little tool now to customize your clothing, and then of course you can use the color wheels because yay, color wheels are back, and just unleash your creative potential and use the tools in your disposal. And I mean, comparing this to The Sims 4, like I know that Sims 4 is an older game, but still, like the amount of customizable options and things that they give you here is just crazy. I love to see it. Don't judge me, but I didn't know what I was doing with this footage. I was just like making a Final Fantasy character because I still couldn't believe that this wasn't an RPG game. And like I said before, like the character models are insane and they look really good. It feels like I'm creating a character for an RPG like Dragon Age or something, and it's not like my little Sims. It really struck me when I was just like trying out random things on my InZOI, and I just kept getting amazed with the graphics, and it was like, is this real? But that also kind of shrugged me the wrong way. Like the style of the game is not really my thing. I mean, I was blown away like by the graphic fidelity, but the style is not really what I like in this kind of games. I usually like a little bit of more stylized thing when it comes to simulation and these kinds of simulation games. But I'll talk about these thoughts a little bit later. I was also a little bit disappointed to not see the same level of push and pull type of creating that we have in The Sims 4, that we kind of all got used to, like that you just pick a part of the Sims body or face and you just push and pull until you get the result that you want. Here with InZOI, it's not really the same. It works more with sliders, and at the same time it does not, like you can also do a little bit of that in the Create an InZOI, but it's not the same level of extreme. Like you cannot really go to the same levels that Sims 4, for example, allows you to. So I felt like this was a little bit going back to old school because you have the sliders, and ultimately it's not user friendly and not as satisfying as the one we have in Sims 4. And to be honest, the same goes for the rest of the UI. It's a little bit too oversimplified and not very intuitive. Like I had to spend more time than I would like to looking for like basic things, for like accessories and earrings. And I hope this issue will be resolved as the game gets closer to a full release, but right now the UI wasn't it. Overall, I was quite surprised with the Create an InZOI, especially because of the graphics. I was really blown away, but I think there's still like a few things that need to be resolved, like the UI and this kind of slider situation, and to give you a little bit more of options. And I also hope that they will implement a little bit more of clothing, because right now there wasn't so many options of clothings, like right out of the gate. And I know that you can like make your own clothing, but it's within the game, so I would appreciate to have a little bit more of other options and other pieces of clothing too. Well, to be very honest, I haven't built anything from the start yet. I'm personally more of a creative sim and a simulation kind of guy. I like to play around and make stories for my sims and make some drama around the family. And I always leave build mode into the side because it's not something I'm doing very often. But I still dabbled with it, and I was also very curious to see how does it look like and how different it is from what we are used to. And my thoughts kind of ended up being the same as the create in InZOI. Building in this game is a bit more similar to The Sims 3 and 4, where you can directly change and control heights and shapes of walls, roofs, and more. But here I found the UI to be quite obnoxious and not so intuitive, even more so than in the create in InZOI. I mean, I was like looking for how to change, for example, the wallpaper. It was not very intuitive. It was not very, I didn't understand it outright. And of course, I'm not gonna read a tutorial. That's not something I like to do. But in these kinds of games, the UI is always made in a way that the player discovers it. But here was not so much discovering as I was more of confused, you know. I was very, very confused with this UI. But I was very surprised to see so many objects, furniture and stuff overall already on this build of the game. And I mean, there are so many items to use, and of course you can customize them too, like change their colors, the texture and everything. So I think for a while we're not gonna need so much content for this build mode. And there were a lot of things that I was also very surprised to see, like additions to the game, like printers or old phones, air conditioners, and objects like that. Just lend the game a little bit of, I don't know, kind of like a cute charm and give you a little bit more options to play. So overall, I really enjoyed this demo. The created in InZOI was really fun to use, and although a little clunky sometimes, I was having so much fun trying to play with the different options and to make my little InZOI. This demo also allowed us to have a closer look at how the game will play and how it feels and what we can expect from it. And there are so many things, like the crazy amount of options and customization, with also the advanced graphics that just make this game stand out so much more. But of course, like, this also brings a bad side into it. InZOI is not a very stylized game. It's trying to achieve a more realistic look, and ultimately this is a big selling point. Like, they're using this new Unreal Engine 5 with all these new technologies like ray tracing and more advanced shaders for the character models. And although I was blown away with the fidelity of the game, because it's still in early access, so a lot of things need polish and time, but comparing this to like the game that was canceled, like Life by You, that was also kind of going in the same vibe, you can really see that the team here in InZOI have made the graphical fidelity one of their core goals. But I think that this step was taking a little bit too far. I mean, this is, after all, a life simulation game, but I don't think that striving for 100% realism like GTA 5 works very well here. GTA 5 is a caricature of like society in LA, but here it's more of a simulation. And you take a look at Sims 1 and 2. They always try to make the games very realistic with its AI and social behavior, but there was always a goofy side and a very funny side to it. It was not 100% real. The game was a bit more cartoony also, and that resulted a little bit in the caricature of real life. This is a judgment that I will have to reserve for later, for when I play the game, for the full game I mean. But right now, from what I saw, it's not 100% my thing, and I think the game will suffer a little bit from it. But I'm still very excited to try it. I cannot wait for it. It's coming out this week already. Soon we'll get our hands into it and we can make up our minds and to finally have a competitor to The Sims 4. I mean, that game has been going on and on for far too long. I'm very, very excited to play this game. So that's been my thoughts on InZOI, this little demo, and I'm planning on making a Sims 1 and 2 remaster, or that legacy collection that they released. I've been waiting to make a video on it because I heard that the situation wasn't very good, so I just decided to wait a little bit longer until they patch things out so we can enjoy and talk a little bit more about it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Please, if you liked the video, if you enjoyed my thoughts, comment below, leave a like and subscribe. All those things you already know. And I'll see you guys next time.